I'm Amy. Welcome to the video. Hey guys, today's video is going to be my December monthly makeup basket application and kind of overview of all the products that I had in my basket this month. This is the last monthly makeup basket of the year 2020. It is also, I think, going to be my last video of 2020. Wow, thank God. I hope. Anyways, if you would like to hear about my monthly makeup basket, what was in it, what are my thoughts, and how I created this look, then just keep watching. So today, as I'm going through and putting on my makeup, I'm going to talk about the other items, since next month I think I will be doing this a little bit different. You just stay tuned. So I'm gonna use my Missha Perfect Cover BB cream today, but the other foundation that is in my was in my monthly makeup basket this month was the Alma Beauty foundation. And again, I did try this several times. Even when I mixed it with like half oil and half product, it still had a lot of coverage. So I think I will keep it in my collection to use as like a mixer to put a little bit into something else with lighter coverage. So for example, the Elizabeth Arden foundation that I used a couple weeks ago, that one's very light coverage, but it's very, very skin-like. So I really might try mixing the Alma foundation with that, just to give that one a little bit more coverage. So today I have to go to the dentist. So I'm just gonna put a very, very light layer. We're gonna just do very minimal makeup today. So that is really what I love using this Missha BB cream for, because it does look beautiful and plumping on the skin. And it's so weird because I would consider myself, like, if you were to ask me, I would have thought I was like a full coverage girl because I hate my skin. Well, okay, I don't hate my skin, but I feel like I have a lot of problem areas on my skin. But since I've been doing so many foundation reviews and wear tests, it's really come to light that I really just prefer a light to medium coverage. I do like an overall, you know, evening of my skin, but I really do like it to look really skin-like. And there's not many full coverage foundations really that I've tried, at least recently, that I really like. The ones that I can think of are the NARS Sheer Glow. I really, really like that, and that one has some coverage. And the Makeup Forever HD Cover Stick, I really like that one, and that one does have a lot of coverage. But it seems I'm more of a everyday type girl. I'm not getting rid of the Alma foundation or this one, but I really just, the Alma foundation is not for me, and I'm not going to spend the money to get the one with the blue cap to try that out, which I know was something I was really considering. I was hoping for Black Friday that they would have a deal that I just couldn't resist, but I think it only went down to $29, which is still a high-end foundation price, you know? So I didn't want to buy a whole second foundation, and like, what if it ended up just being the same, you know? So that was one pump of the Missha BB cream just all over my face, and see how like skincare like it looks, and it has that SPF, so that's really nice. Now I'm just gonna throw on a little bit of my Flower Beauty concealer, and I know this video is not a project pan, but let's see if you can see how far we are. I have scraped this bad boy at like, and I've had it for so long, I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw it into my empties and consider it complete, so I can start fresh in 2021. It's really coming down to like it's not performing as well. I've had it for so long, you know? So there's that little tidbit. I'm gonna throw on some of this Essence Brighten Up powder. If you didn't know, talking about Project Pan again, I did finish up my Rimmel Stay Matte powder, which was really, really exciting. I probably honestly had that one for like 4 to 6 years, like a very long time. So it's good to get that out. I'm just gonna do around my eyes and maybe like, yeah, right in here a little bit, but that's it. Feels pretty all right. Okay, so let's talk about the two contours that I had in my monthly makeup basket. I had the Profusion Highlight and Contour 1 and the LA Girl Pro Contour Powder. I wanted to throw this one in after using my other Profusion contour palette, and I just want to let you guys know I really do like the other one better. The other one comes in cardboard packaging, and there's just something about the formula of the other one that's a little bit better. Like, let's see if I can show you this. Do you see the pan here? See how like bumpy that is? I don't know why, and it's just this one because, well, not just that color, but this palette, because the little highlight part is doing it as well, but the cardboard one doesn't do it. So I think after today I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of my collection. It was only a couple dollars, so I don't feel like it's a decision I have to think about really, and I just prefer the other one, and it's the same brand, so I just feel like I need to get rid of this one. It does still blend very nicely onto the skin, but the other one is just a better color. This one I think is maybe a little bit more warm, and the other one is a little bit more neutral. And then I want to talk about the LA Girl Pro Contour Palette. Now, I've used this one a little bit too, and it is a little bit cooler, so I thought I would like it more, but I still just, something about it isn't exactly perfect. This one is darker than the one that I just used, and it doesn't blend as seamlessly. So this one I normally will put on with a little bit more of a dense brush, like I'm doing now. This is the Refer number 5. Yep. And then I'll take a bigger brush like this one, this Ulta Beauty Black Widow one, and really blend it so you can see how it blends out with the bigger brush. But I also feel like when I blend it out, most of the pigment goes away too. So I don't know. You know, I feel like at the end of the day it's like too pigmented, but then it like brushes away too easily. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one too, since I do have a lot of bronzers that I like, and I already have my eye on some other bronzers, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. I'm gonna use the Smashbox Spotlight palette in Pearl, and I'm gonna use Crank It Up, which is the center shade. Those look so bright. I am gonna keep this. I love this highlighter. This formula is so excellent, and it's this shade specifically is my favorite. I think it's a really great neutral highlight for me. It doesn't lean too pink or too yellow on my skin tone, which I really appreciate because I'm so pale that normally the undertone of a highlighter even shows up quite a lot. And this one, this specific shade, I don't think has glitter in it, but the shade next to it, yeah, this shade does not have glitter in it, but the shade next to it does. So I do have a little bit of glitter particle on my face. So I do wish that they sold this separately, which I wonder if they do. I'm gonna have to look into that. But I think what I was saying a minute ago is like, I do have my eye on some other bronzery, contoury things that I want to try next year, or like, you know, tomorrow. I want to make sure that my collection is prepared for some new things to come in, you know? All right, for blushes, I threw in the MAC blush in Mocha, show you the color, and the Bare Minerals Gin Nude blush in That Peach Though. I hate packaging. Okay, I'm gonna throw the Gin Nude one on first. And I'm going to use my trusty Flower Beauty brush. And I'm going to put this on. And then we're going to look at me, okay? I'm going to put a little bit more on. I just feel like this is maybe my like exact undertone, so it doesn't really show up as a blush on me as much as it does show up like maybe like a second bronzer. I think it would be good for me if I had like a really pigmented bronzer and I wanted to, you know, blend it out, but I feel like I have regular powders for that, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. So every time this month that I have tried to use this blush, I have gone over it with MAC Mocha, because MAC Mocha just does it. I don't know, do you see the difference here? These, I really like a nudie cool tone blush, and I really like a rosy mauvey blush like this, and NYX Fig. Like, those are blushes I can get behind, whereas like that really peachy tone, it just doesn't do it for me. So I think I am going to go ahead and get rid of that one, but I do love MAC Mocha. We are going to get into some eyeshadow today. First, this Milani little Naples Fierce Foil Eyeshine. They no longer sell this. I'm going to keep it in my collection even though they don't sell it anymore, so I probably won't use it on YouTube very much. I do think there is something special about it in my collection. Like, it's unlike anything else that I have. I don't have a lot of potted glitter pigments. Maybe if I had like the Bodyography ones or the Hourglass Scattered Lights or something like that, it would be different. But it is really unique to my collection, so I'm going to keep that around. And then this Makeup Forever 4-pan of shadows. I like it, but there's nothing special about these eyeshadows. I think that may be why I never really heard anyone talking about their eyeshadows. I mean, they're fine. I've used them a few times as the base for a look, but I haven't really like loved it. I have enjoyed using the pink lightly as like a blush. This would be especially good in like the spring. It's quite, you know, bright kind of color, but I do like it. So I don't know, I'm gonna keep them around, and I really do like this packaging. I think I want to get the like larger version of their magnetic palette and maybe try using that for some of my magnetic shadows, because this is like very sturdy. But I'm not going to use this today. I will be using the mirror. Okay, the Kimchi Chic Juicy Velvets. This is another palette that was in here. I love this so much. I have not gotten to use the orange shade really, or I think the hot pink one, but I've pretty much used the rest of these, not on my channel, but you know, just on my eyes, and I really love these. These are such beautiful colors that a lot of these colors are not in other palettes that I have, and I have a wide variety of palettes that include shimmers, so I think it's really unique to have something in my collection that has like doesn't share shadows with other things in my collection. It's very unique to my collection, and I really love it. And if you are in the market for like variety of shadows, and like maybe like the Pat McGrath Mega Mothership palette is not in your budget, I mean, this is like 15 bucks or something, super affordable. You know, for the quality, I think it's definitely worth it. The pans are smaller, but if you're just like an everyday makeup wearer and you don't really venture out, I don't think you need giant pans of glitter, you know? I really do like that. I don't know if I'm gonna go into it today, because today I want to be really natural, because like I said, I'm going to the dentist today. So I'm gonna dip into the Natasha Denona Mini Lila palette, and it's got all these like purpley mauve tones, but we're gonna ignore those. We're gonna go into these two shades to build a look today. So all of these palettes that were in my monthly makeup basket will stay in my collection. Of them though, I would say the Kimchi Chic is my favorite. I do like all of them, obviously, but that Kimchi Chic one is just special to me, you know? I'm trying not to smoke this out too much or anything, because like I said 75 times. I'm going to the dentist today, and also trying not to get into the water that's in the outer corner of my eye. Okay? Excellent. Lovely. This is my NYX number 16, by the way. I'm going to take this Sonia Kashuk small eyeshadow brush and just hit my under eyes while we're here. I'm gonna go ahead and dip into that Makeup Forever, and I'm gonna go into the darker brown with the same Sony Kashuk brush here and just deepen up my outer corner a tad. And then NYX number 16, just to blend it. I think we're gonna go, is this bright enough to be an inner corner? I think so. I'm gonna just tap this into my inner corner a little bit. Sigma E30 just to blend that around. Fingers as well. So I'm gonna take that across my lid actually instead of just in the inner corner, because it looks like the texture just doesn't look right to just do your inner corner, if that makes sense. I don't know. Real loosey-goosey just across the whole lid. This eyeshadow look kind of matches my fingernail polish. If they're still selling this palette, they did have it really discounted, like $13 or something, like half off. Yeah, I think it's normally like 25 and it was like 13. I do recommend it. Now I still haven't really gotten any use of these last two shades, but if you really just want to try Natasha Denona because people talk about it all the time, I do recommend it. I think it's a very pretty palette. Now if you've only ever used drugstore eyeshadows and then you use this, you are gonna think like, wow, people were not lying. Natasha Denona is great. Because the formula is good. It's just not my favorite now that I've tried so many other high-end shadows. Excellent, perfect. Okay, I am going to, let's see, just brushing up my brows. I'm literally not gonna put anything in them. I might look a little bit naked mole ratty, but you know, they're fine. I'm gonna throw on my Essence Lash Princess just on the top lashes. Now I did get mascara up here. Now back here on this half I don't really care about because I want that half to look darker anyway, but up here I want this to look brighter, so I'm gonna take a little bit of the shimmer. I'm not gonna take a spoolie and wait for it to dry. I'm gonna take a little bit of the shimmer on this teeny tiny brush and just brush right over it. Alright, so I did not have a lip product in my monthly makeup basket because I love switching that up. So I'm gonna go with my Fenty Gloss Bomb Lip Cream or whatever in Fenty Glow. Yes. Just for a little juicy juice. I think that goes with the cheeks quite well. So that is my finished look. Bye. Okay, so this month was a really good month to showcase why I like doing monthly makeup baskets. I like to A, get use out of the products that I have, B, gain real opinions and thoughts on the products that I have, and C, I don't know if I switch from alphabet to numbers, but C or 3, I like to be able to decide to get rid of things in my collection if I find out they're not working for me or they don't stand out or anything like that. So yeah, I'm really happy that I included all of these things. I'm really happy that I started a monthly makeup basket. It is something I will definitely continue in 2021, but I do think it's going to look a little bit different in 2021, so stick around if you would like to see that. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it so much. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!